Every 10 minutes.
So I'm talking about Joaquin producing.
You have 5 minutes now, so you're gonna do your first 5, and then you have 10 for the
Game of
next 2
Thrones.
seconds.
You gonna tell them or?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hey. Alright. Welcome to another edition of RNS, Real Nigga Shit. Got Brother Reek here.
Brother Leem,
And we here today. We're going to be talking about Game of Thrones,
Black Panther,
Steph Curry.
and Coloring Book by Brother Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, it's been an interesting week, man. I feel like with Chance's new album coming out, all the news we've been hearing about Black Panther, there wasn't really no movies that kind of came out, which was cool.
Nothing really dropped this week that was really kind of on anybody's radar.
Yeah, what came
Because
out?
you know why people are still talking about Captain America?
That was the number one
This
movie
is the
again,
second week.
yeah.
Yeah, it's number one. But you know, let's get right into it. Let's get into Game of Thrones.
Getting into the domes.
All right, Game of Thrones, week 4. All right, so obviously we're reeling from week 3 when Jon Snow just came back. Now we want to know, you know, he's leaving. He's leaving the Night's Watch, and we're like, okay, where's he going?
Where's he going?
And I gotta say that this season is cooking. It is moving quickly. It knows exactly what it wants to be. It knows that there's an end in sight, and you can feel the energy as a result of it. It doesn't feel like there's any stalling. It feels like they are definitively doing things and answering things and going forward with things because they know exactly the trajectory that they're going on. So much so that, you know, when Jon Snow is about to leave, the door's open and his sister walks through the door, Sansa. And
Yeah,
how amazing was that
shit was
moment?
pretty sick. Because, like, in my mind, I thought it was going to take Sansa at least 4 episodes to get the Castle
Exactly,
Black. I
because
mean, I
that's
even
what
said
always
that last week. I was like, it takes them so long to get someplace after they said this is where we're going.
Exactly.
And the fact that she got this so quick. Theon got to the island, the Iron Islands pretty quickly, too.
Yeah,
So,
they're just
just not wasting any
honestly,
time.
they're expediting time now, even though it should take them a little bit longer. But I'm fine with all that because at this point, let's not waste any time. Get the alliances that need to be got. You know, bring in Sansa. This is the first time we've seen Sansa and Jon Snow together since the first season.
Yeah.
You know, which is it's incredible in and of itself. We see Sansa becoming a little Catelyn Stark right before our eyes. She's already starting to plot. It's just amazing to see all these characters becoming themselves. It's great.
How about though when you see Brienne and Tarth run up on the Red Witch?
Oh, that was great.
And the nigga with the nubs.
Oh, that was her real nigga moment of the week.
No, it wasn't because she as a fan, I didn't want her to bring harm to them, but she should have brought harm to them.
No,
she
wasn't.
She took out Stannis.
She did.
You know what I'm saying?
But,
She took Stannis out. You like supposed to be like.
But she's a knight, and she's not gonna wild out or buck. She's gonna do what she's kind of supposed to. Or, she says she's gonna protect Sansa. She's not gonna go out and do crazy shit. But the fact that she let them know that she literally killed the person that both of them loved dearly, that to me it hurts for them because what are they gonna do? They're not gonna go and hurt her.
Now they can't hurt her.
Exactly. So I think
Even
that
if they wanted to, like she defeated the Mount.
that's why I think that's a real
Mountain.
moment. She didn't even have to. She literally
Mountain.
she just walked over to them with her imposing presence, basically said what she needed to say, and walked the fuck out of there. I love it.
Why was that the first time though that freaking they actually discussed what happened to Stannis?
Yeah, they haven't.
That was
talked
weird.
about it.
Like she showed up at the end of season 5. She shows back up to Castle Black, looks at everybody, doesn't tell them that Stannis was killed. You get what I'm saying? And then like a whole 4 episodes go by before he actually finds out.
Because of Jon Snow. Because at that point she was
Well,
still.
when she showed up, Jon Snow was still alive.
No. I'm talking about the fact that since Jon Snow resurrected, he became the prince that was promised. And in her mind, this is the new person. Stannis was the.
So she's still not gonna report that what happened to Stannis, and he's not gonna inquire. Like Stannis was like he was actually at Castle Black trying to convince Jon Snow to go out and fight.
Are you talking about Melisandre or are you talking about Bran?
I'm talking about Melisandre.
Yeah, I'm saying like in her mind, she didn't say anything because basically that's saying that her prophecy that she had been talking about is gone, and so she just would rather just not talk
so
about
she
it.
was going to avoid it.
Yes, she avoided it
But the
until
nigga with the nubs wasn't going to bring it. Hey, whatever happened to Stannis?
I'm sure that there was he probably just thought that dad died in battle because that's exactly where he died, was in battle.
He did, but he didn't get he did die in battle, correct? But he didn't get that news until last night.
Yes, because the only person who knows that happened was the person who killed him, which was Brienne.
Brienne?
Exactly.
No, but he knew that Stannis didn't survive that battle.
Yeah, she knew that he died. That's what I'm saying. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, that
I
he's
thought
dead.
he didn't get any information.
No. They know that he's dead. Where else would
That's
Stannis
what I was
be?
saying.
Just chilling,
like, why
just chilling out. Why else would he be in Castle Black?
What's up?
Stop.
All right.
But-
anyways,
okay.
okay, but
We spent a long time
we did.
talking about that one.
So let's move on. Okay, so other stuff that's cooking. We have Theon, who is Theon now. He's no longer Reek. You know, coming to the Iron Islands to connect with his sister.
I was okay with that. See, I didn't love it. The stories that I loved from last night's episode was definitely everything with Sansa and Jon Stark.
Jon Snow. Well,
he is a Stark, but he's Jon Snow, and I loved what happened with Daenerys. Even though we discussed it, you was like you wasn't really feeling the fact that she resurrected from the ashes again. Mm-hmm. I thought it was active. She's basically in charge of all of she's basically in charge of everybody now. I think she's gonna
the Dothraki.
of all the Dothraki.
But it's
She also has the whole city of Marine. Is that rolling? Move to the next topic.
all right, we gotta move to the next topic. All right, you know what? We're learning the new system
on RNS today.
So next week we're gonna definitely get to more of it. But we really wanted to talk about Jon and Sansa. We didn't get to talk about Cersei and Jaime reunion, but we'll get to that next week. Let's move on to the next topic. Black Panther.
Yeah.
New news. Black Panther is about to be the blackest movie ever.
This
which is
black and it comes from America.
fantastic. It's not just the blackest movie, the blackest Marvel movie, the blackest movie that has the kind of budget that it's probably going to get. I'm over the moon.
It's the blackest movie since Precious. Niggas is gonna show up to the theater.
It might even win some Academy Awards. Shit, who knows? You know what I'm saying? People are gonna will it to win Academy Awards so badly because of the star power that's involved.
No, but really though, like when you really think about it, like
hold on, you got Lupita, you got
Michael B,
you got.
and Chadwick.
Yeah, and we got Ryan Coogler,
Yeah,
who, you know, that rounds out basically the whole
In
crew.
terms of cream of the crop, in terms of Hollywood dollars for black talent, that's
Young
it.
black talent.
Young black talent, like talent under the age of 32, 30. I don't know how old Chadwick is,
But you know, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, younger brothers or whatever. Everybody in that group is dark skin too.
Yeah.
The lightest person is probably Michael B.
No,
and
I mean,
take him with the dark skin.
That's what I'm saying. Look, they're paying
Michael
attention.
B's like between us. Like
Look, I feel like if it was any other director other than Ryan Coogler, we would not be having people that look African descent. We would have some like Nina Simone moments where we'd have like really light skinned people who would be. I mean, it's not the same light skinned people aren't in Africa.
Right.
They figure out some way to not have African looking people.
We don't
in
know
Africa.
that they're not going to have light skinned people out there.
Yeah.
We don't know that. Like there's definitely find a way.
Here's how they do it. Check this out. Bucky Barnes is in a freezer. But I hope to God it doesn't become the Black Panther and Bucky fucking Barnes movie, and then Bucky's the second lead, and of course Bucky's gonna get a vibranium arm, which is gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope because then his arm's gonna be indestructible. Yeah. But it needs to be the Black Panther movie.
He needs
to come in the third act. That's it. No, he had a metal arm, just a metal arm.
Cause that hand was fucking niggas up in Captain America.
No, it was just metal. I mean, that's why Captain America. Remember when Captain America, anytime he blasts the shield, it just reflects.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, so I can't wait for Black Panther. A lot of people are nervous, but it's Ryan Coogler and you know it's Michael B. Jordan. They've honestly created a great winning combination.
I'm not concerned with it. I think I was talking to my cousin E earlier today, and it's basically kind of like it's either going to be amazing or it's going to suck. There's no middle ground. But I don't think that the sucking part is going to be a part of it because it's like the introduction of Black Panther was great. Yeah, Ryan is hot off a Creed.
Ryan is, imagine this. Imagine a dope ass chase scene that's one take of T'Challa like running through the fucking jungles of Wakanda. You know he's gonna do that. Like a 5-minute one take chase scene.
I'm interested.
I haven't seen a one take action sequence in Marvel yet.
I'm interested to see who Michael B is going to play. He's obviously going to be a villain. He's going to be a.
I think he might be his cousin. That's all. I don't know exactly the story, but I know that he has a cousin that is a villain in the storyline.
I think Lupita. Everybody keeps saying Lupita's going to be a love interest. I think Lupita's going to be playing his sister.
Nah. Well, Lupita's either going to be a love interest or she's going to be a double. Because Black Panther is as a king, he's actually protected by a group of warrior women.
Yeah.
And so I think that she might be one.
Well, they already got one.
Well, no, they showed one of them, and she was dope. One of the best parts of Captain America.
Yeah, she's woman crush winning.
But I think that they couldn't get Lupita probably for her role, but I think that's going to be a similar.
That's
time.
why I say she could be his sister because his sister in later comics ended up becoming Black Panther. She's a beast. She can fight, and she got the ball out too.
They could be
setting. They could definitely be setting it up. Do you think Lupita can grow an afro?
Yeah, I've seen she had afro. She had like a little.
No, not the mini fro. I'm talking about like the full on like.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
I never seen it either, and I wonder if it's like a choice.
She don't need it. I mean, she could be bald.
She could be bald. For this movie, she would need to be bald. But I be thinking like in future roles, like she always gonna rock the bald look.
Nigga, why are you talking about that? We're talking about Black Panther. Anyways, actually, that's a perfect segue. Let's move on to.
Niggas ain't never thought
I
about
know,
it.
nigga. I literally saw the pop. It just popped. The idea is like, what
What she had to rock with a weave? Like,
anyways,
someone's gonna throw the heat at a weave. I'm just saying, man. We can enjoy this natural like bald head Lupita for now, but in 5 years, one of these
I think
white
that
boys gonna put her in a weave.
this look works on her. Not a lot of women could, rock the ball head.
Nah, not a lot of women can.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about the music of the week. Last week we talked about "Views" by Drake, and we talked about not being, it was good, but it didn't feel like it was gonna last as long as some of his previous, or even as long as Kendrick Lamar's album or Beyonce's new album. What do you think about "Coloring Book" by Chance the Rapper?
Man, that's a
Highly anticipated album.
It's extremely anticipated, and it took me a while to really get my full opinion
Hell
on
yeah!
it.
I kept calling you and texting you. Have you listened to it yet?
Yeah, because I kept trying to listen to it and I couldn't because everybody around me didn't want to listen to it. But I gave it the time it needed, and it's a great album. And maybe actually go back to Chance's earlier work so I can fully get where he's going. Because like the main thing I kept hearing from everybody was like, "Yo, it's dope, but it ain't better than acid rap." And I'm just kind of like, I don't know if that should be the story for this album because for Chance, he did mature in a lot of ways. Like if you go from like where he was at 10 Day, where he was just like this angsty kid who made this album while he's suspended. Every other song was about fuck school and fuck being suspended in math class. Then you go into acid rap where he's basically talking about like his experimentation with all these drugs and so on and so forth, and asking to see if God exists. And now this one is almost kind of like God is completely dead. You can't deny it. You get what I'm saying? And he's really upset with the music industry. I think those are the two main things I got from it. He loves God and he hates the music industry.
Well, I mean, that's why, like, if anybody is comparing it to acid rap, it to me it's silly to compare it because just like you're asking somebody to compare all of Jay-Z's albums to Reasonable Doubt. Like, of course, their first and second album, I consider acid rap kind of around his maybe first and second, just because it's like. That is purely kind of what he was living and going through. Then after acid rap, he became a famous rapper. His life changed, things changed, and what I love is that instead of most rappers going in this direction and literally letting the industry not let them focus, he became more focused. Instead of trying to get more money, he's like, no, I have an opportunity here to actually do something and change things. He's like, and he says it in the music. His ex-girlfriend got pregnant instead of like not. They got together and got married and had a baby, and this centered him. And I think we're in a world now of like people who are realizing that you can be famous, you can do art, but you don't have to be, extravagant. The Steph Currys of the world, the Chance the Rappers of the world, the Bernie Sanders of the world. There's a group of these people coming around showing there's a different way to do it. You can do it. You can love God. You can even talk about loving God. Get Kanye West on your album, Justin Bieber on your album, Young Thug on your album, and have it be free. It's amazing. I am so happy that Chance the Rapper exists. I'm so happy that we're in this time period that he's literally about to change the game. Like, they're starting to consider allowing free records in the Grammys, and that's only because of him.
Yeah, he started the whole petition. I'm not gonna lie, I signed that petition.
I did too.
And I shared it on my Facebook and Twitter.
And this brings me back to Drake. He is important to the industry and to the culture. Drake is important to the culture, I guess, because he does memes and his music is fun. But I don't know how important to the industry he's going to be, because he's just kind of pushing. He's pushing the regular mold forward instead of actually changing it for like everybody.
I don't know about that. I think they're both positive.
I just
for the
see so much
industry.
more.
It's just that
Drake has never had growth on his album.
Nah,
I'd say musically, the music has changed, but in terms of content,
well, look at the jump that he
more
took
or less
from,
the same kind of content.
Look at the jump that Drake took from his first album. Not so far gone. The first one he did when he was on Young Money. What was that shit called? Thank Me Later and Take Care. And tremendous growth. Like you see what he was able to make a complete piece of music that wasn't just all singles. You get what I'm saying? And the growth too with Drake is that Drake doesn't necessarily make songs that he intends to be on the radio, but he's gotten to the point now that his music, whatever he does, is going to be on the radio.
But that's what
the radio came to him rather than him going to them.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think that I don't necessarily see that as being as growth. That's just kind of like learning more of what works on more of what works for you, and kind of just doubling down on it. Now that's like if
But is that a growth in a way though? Because it's kind of like you're you're believing in yourself a lot more. You're believing in what you're doing.
Growth is change.
That's one way of looking at growth, because like chances make very big growth changes. You get what I'm saying?
Same thing with Kendrick Lamar. Same thing with
Kendrick made musical
Same thing with
changes.
J. Cole.
Cole made a philosophical change.
That's what I'm saying,
Kendrick
but-
made a musical change.
I
Like,
mean,
he went
you
from-
know,
he went from
I'd
the
say
West
Chance
Coast
had a
shit to,
philosophical and music change.
Nah, because it still feels like a gospel version of Surf.
I mean, but yeah, you're right. But I'd say Surf was kind of in that period of change for him.
Well, speaking of light-skinned niggas who love to believe in God and
Very true.
teach us that the right path is the best path,
Mm-hmm.
brother Steph Curry won another MVP award.
And I, for one, think he completely deserves it. But I have heard some interesting things and some interesting talk about why LeBron James should have got it.
Yeah, you're always gonna have you're always gonna have the LeBron discussions. I mean, I'm personally a very big supporter of LeBron, and I think he's still the best basketball player in the world. But there's no way you can't give that trophy to anybody but Steph.
Especially this year, what he's doing
Yeah.
what he's doing for basketball, what he's doing, for the team, for Oakland, just for the Bay Area itself.
That's true.
It's just kind of it's incredible. The type of player that he is. Like we were saying, like the reason why he's so interesting is that he is not this tall 6'5" dude who literally walks in. When you look at him, you're like, yeah, of course that nigga plays basketball.
Right.
This dude looks like he could just be a regular dude. He's not even huge. Like we were talking about Derek Fisher. That nigga's short, but he's huge.
kinda stocky,
He's
yeah.
stocky. Like you can tell that these people are basketball. Like this dude is a regular looking dude.
He's skinny. He's like outside.
He's our size, and he's and when you see him play, he plays with so much confidence. Like he doesn't care that he's playing around people that are taller than him or that might be a little bit more athletic than him. He literally plays like he's like, you may be like naturally more athletic, but I've worked harder than you. Like in terms of like shots,
Yeah.
and like how like his shot is so perfect, and you can tell that's just from practice and practice and practice and practice. And the difference between him and someone like LeBron is like his whole team, they work together as a unit. They all like each other. You know what I mean? And versus LeBron, and I think that's maybe where the discussion comes in. LeBron is the actual most valuable player, whereas Steph Curry is the best
Yeah.
player in the league right now.
Yeah, because the Cavaliers don't go without LeBron.
Exactly.
Like, the Golden State Warriors don't go as far without Steph Curry, but they eliminated the team without him.
Yeah.
They won a lot of games when he was on the bench. I don't know. The thing is, I think that we get so sensationalized as like sports fans. Like Steph is great,
Yeah.
but like when you look at kind of like 3 years ago, Steph wasn't in the conversation for best players in the league, and now people are saying he's going to be one of the greatest ever. And I'm just kind of like, is Steph still going to, like right now? Steph is looking like the best version of Steve Nash that we've got, because Steve Nash was a two-time champion, a two-time MVP. He just didn't win the championships,
Yeah.
and then he kind of was just like a really good all-star after that. So like, is that going to end up being Steph Curry? While you look at somebody like LeBron, like he's been in the conversation for best basketball player in the world since his first year in the league. You get what I'm saying? He's been an all-star since like his second and third
Since he
year
was
in the league.
freaking high school.
Yeah, he's won 2 rings. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he's taken multiple teams to championships without the coaching, without the front office. Steph has like a really good supporting cast.
But that's why his trajectory is so different. I think that's why people gravitate to him so much more, because again, it's such a
He does have that great story.
yeah.
He has like wasn't recruited in high school. Even when he was balling in college, they still felt like he wasn't going to be shit. And it took him a long time to finally become as great as he is in the league.
Yeah, I think people want to root for him. Like
They do. He's a good guy.
and I feel like LeBron, even though he's a fantastic player, it's just easier to kind of hate him because of some of his decisions that he's made. But at the end of the day, I think that it's well deserved for Steph.
People will never forget LeBron leaving Cleveland in the first place.
What is it? The decision.
People will never forget the decision. They got to get over that.
What was the
shit.
decision? Why?
Because it was good TV. People talked about it. That's all you got to do. Is if you
Yeah,
give
people
a reason
talked
to
about
talk
it. Now people hate on him forever for that.
But he still won his 2 rings and made his money. So it's like he did what he felt
Yeah,
necessary.
but obviously he didn't like it that much because he felt like he needed to come back to Cleveland and get the shit by himself.
Yeah, well that team in Miami was getting old. Them niggas was falling off the wagon.
True.
And that's why they just got eliminated by Toronto.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, is that all our topics?
That's it. That's it for today. For this week.
The closing statements.
So this was a black ass week.
This is a pretty black ass week. I was really scouring for topics to talk about that weren't as black.
But sometimes you just gotta.
You just gotta do it.
This is what you shouldn't deny what we are interested in anyway.
Nah, you right. You right about that. You shouldn't deny your interests over the sake of just diversity. But if a white man said that shit, we be boycotting the ride. If some white guys come, you know what? We should not.
I'm not saying nothing about that, sir.
But yeah, man, this new format is interesting. I think from this point on, we'll definitely be having video cast, along with the audio cast. So let us know what you think in the comments. Get at me at Reek Speaks or at Salim. Did you be tweeting?
Nah, but I'm on Instagram at Instalim26 and Facebook.
So till next week, keep your shit real, niggas.
West Side.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's it. Keep